Hello and welcome to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Britt Rochelle.
I'm Muffin.
And we're closing in on the last week of May. I can't believe we're almost into June. I'm like hyperventilating already. Like, life, I know I say this a lot, but life is just kind of on a fast train going in one direction, and I'm trying to hold on for dear life, and obviously it's not working. So, let's, game. Just keep gaming and having a good time. So many games, so little time, all that stuff. And I can yap. I'm like chomping at the bit to talk about my gaming, but I feel like I always monopolize the conversation and monopolize the podcast. So I want to hear first and foremost what Muffin has been gaming about. Plus, I'm sure it's way more interesting.
I wouldn't say more interesting. I played more Yap.
Nice.
I don't know what happened, but now it's to the point where we've basically started over.
Okay.
The quota is now back down to 250.
That's a really small quota.
It is. So we have a lot more gold, because it went from that one that I sent you a Snapchat of, then to 250. But then on that 250, it still said 1 before I finished. So, I just kind of went ham and destroyed everything. So we had like 700,000 gold that was applied to our wallet afterwards. As far as that goes, played some Minecraft. And then did a whole lot of fuck all, to be honest, after that.
Hey, what's been going on in your Minecraft world? I want to, you've been enchanting stuff. You've been homesteading. I'm a homesteader. I love Minecraft homesteading.
I mean, everything's enchanted. I have netherite armor.
Nice.
I built a Japanese house. I've shown you.
That's pretty sweet.
Beat the Ender Dragon.
Naturally.
Basically, now it's just like survival and just to see what else we can find. But, man, I've already beat the game. It started out as a world for like me and one other person, but then our times don't really match up anymore.
That's a damn shame. But it do be like that sometimes. Adulting is stupid. But yeah, so in terms of my gaming, see, I did finally start Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and that's an interesting one. I will admit it is pretty much the same mechanics, except we have this new, like, you can spam X and use magic and all that. But there's a new kind of combat technique, let's call it, called flow motion, which is basically you can use the environment to do special attacks, which you actually have to figure out how to use, because for some reason these new Dream Eaters, which are just basically heartless, but they're cute little fluffy animals. So these Dream Eaters, they're actually pretty tough, especially because I'm playing on Proud Mode. So you have to learn the flow motion, or you're just gonna die. Spamming X actually doesn't really cut it all that much in Proud Mode. But yeah, so you can like jump off the wall and do a dive bomb. You can spin around, do what they call it a buzzsaw, when you spin around light posts and just spin around really fast with your keyblade. And as you progress through the game, you can get more of those moves, so playing with the environment really rewards you. It is funny how very obvious that this was ported from a Nintendo DS release. Because, well, in a good way. Like, it's a good port. They did a good job transferring it over. But you can create spirits, which they're Dream Eaters, but they're the nice versions of the Dream Eaters that help you instead of trying to hurt you. So instead of having Donald and Goofy with you, you have, like, a cat and a penguin with you. Because Donald and Goofy just aren't in this game, really, except in flashbacks, because the whole point is Riku and Sora are taking their Mark of Mastery exam to see if they can become... I'm an idiot. Sorry. If they can become Keyblade Masters. So that little tripod thing I was telling you I lost, it was right here the whole time. So I have my camera propped up on a candle for nothing. But anyways, I digress. So Sora and Riku are trying to become Keyblade Masters. And where the obviousness of the fact it was a DS game has come in two main forms. The first one being the I can never remember what it's called, but like the light line or faith line, I think, mechanic where you're supposed to be able to ride literal like bands of light around the stage to beat shit up. So clearly that was one you'd have to like trace with a stylus, but now it doesn't really tell you how to do it. My buddy who's played the game says it's a reaction command, so I guess I should just pay closer attention and look for the reaction command. But it's clearly one you had to like trace with a stylus originally. Similarly, remember how in Nintendogs you were able to like love on your animals by like tickling them with the stylus and petting them and all that?
Yeah.
That's in the game too with your Dream Eaters, except playing with them, giving them treats and all that. It's actually crucial to raising their stats and attack power. So if you periodically just get to like play with these cute little animals, and it's actually fabulous. And I kind of thought I was going to hate it because I've been taking kind of a more aggressive stance on game mechanics and stuff. But like, if you have a dog, why wouldn't you pet it? And if you can pet it, why wouldn't you put it to your advantage? It's just really well implemented, and I kind of love it. So that's that.
At least you love it, so.
I do. But no, let's see, I played Duke Nukem, Time to Kill again. Still haven't gotten past the first level. I'm getting quicker getting through the levels, but it's just a really, really tough game, and it's unforgiving, and it sucks. But I'm also refusing to lower my difficulty, because I'm still playing on the third highest. Because the first level, I think we've talked about before, the easy mode literally called Wussy. I don't want to play on Wussy mode. I want to play on Let's Go.
You just stay on Wussy mode.
I would probably do a lot better on Wussy mode, but it wouldn't be as fulfilling or satisfying.
Who cares?
I do! I'm a real
It's just
gamer.
like playing Doom the Dark... Oh, wait.
I will... One day I'll play that fucking game. They would just run on my fucking Xbox, man!
Just run it on your PC. Oh.
Yeah, it killed my PC last time! I had to replace it. I had to go get it fixed. Like,
you should just get the parts. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Send them to my house. I'll put it together, bubble wrap everything, and ship it back to you fully built.
That sounds lovely. I'll have to do that. I'll have to take you up on that sometime. So, remember that game we were talking about, Mixtape? That I talked about a little bit last week because it was getting really piss poor reviews, despite being like...
Yeah.
Well, it was getting piss poor audience reviews. Reviewers were fucking glowing about it, but the audience reviews are piss poor. I played it. It's really bad. You can beat the shit in 3 hours. It's the most...
As, it was stated.
Yeah. It's the most railroady plot. The characters suck. The playlist is, I guess, fine, but again, that's not even a credit to the developers. That's a credit to, the bands who made the songs 20 years ago, 30 years ago in some cases. But no, so the whole game, like the way it's advertised, hinges on nostalgia and friendship, and I think one of the more recent PlayStation tweets about it was, spending a day with your friends is always going to be a greatest hit, or something like that. And I when you actually play the story, the lead character is a terrible, terrible friend. So they've been planning they showed in flashbacks, they've been planning minimum 2, probably upwards of 3 years, this big road trip that they're going to take from their hometown down to Southern California to drop their friend off at college.
Okay.
And she has decided to ditch so that she already bought the plane ticket and everything, didn't even like consult her friends or anything. She bought a plane ticket to fly to New York and try to stalk this chick who is a music supervisor for like movies and stuff, because she's just assuming that she's going to run into this chick at a coffee shop, be taken under her wing, and become this big music supervisor. It's the stupidest plan I've ever heard, because for one, she's not taking into account how large New York is. So there's no guarantee that you'll be in the right place at the right time at the right coffee shop to run into this chick. You don't even have a job offer, so there's no guarantee that she's not going to just go, ugh, fuck off, you fucking pleb. Like, go away, you little creep. There's no, like, she's just assuming that this is all just going to work out. Doesn't have housing plans, doesn't have a job offer, doesn't even... She's ditching her friends literally for no reason. And it's actually...
I'd ditch him too. Fuck him.
Fuck them. See, that's not a good message. Do you care about your friends? No, even within the logic of the game, it's actually brought up multiple times. Her friend who's going to college, she's supposed to be seeing her off to this, school. She's like, you couldn't just wait a week? Like, you couldn't just go after the road trip? Like, you're setting this schedule for no reason. And she basically just goes, dreams don't wait. I'm so important. And I'm like...
I'm sticking with my fucking part.
That's not being a good friend. And it shows that this tight-knit group, this relationship they're trying to advertise as, oh, friends matter. No, they don't. If you could just ditch them.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. The whole message of the game is bullshit. Also, the make-out minigame is weird as fuck. It's gross.
I told you. If I told you not to even play the damn, video clip from Twitter.
No, I didn't think we did, but,
No, we didn't. That's the point. We skipped it because it was just terrible.
It's the worst. It's even worse because when I hear tongue wrestling minigame, hear me out. I read a lot of fan fiction in high school, and a lot of it, for some reason, when they're talking about hot and heavy makeout sessions, it's always described, does not matter the subject or the author, it's always described as tongues battling for dominance. And I thought that would make a really funny reference, a fun tongue-in-cheek thing. These tongues just wrestling each other, putting each other in chokeholds, there's an actual, winner. I thought it'd be funny, okay? Kind of weird, but funny, and a nice little reference to the audience that they're catering to. But, in fact, it's literally just you take the left joystick and the right joystick and just make the tongues do things. And I'm like...
Clearly you don't understand, how games are now, because the moment anybody says tongue wrestling, the first thing I'm thinking about is somebody making out.
Yeah, no, it's obviously someone making out, but if you're saying tongue wrestling, I'm thinking there's a victor and they're gonna actually do something. There's a Twitch game, well, it's not a Twitch game, it's a game that's banned on Twitch. We've talked about it before, genital jousting. That's a game. It's an inappropriate one. We will never be able to stream it because of the content, but at least it's a game. This is just, yes, watch the tongues merge.
Yeah, did you know that somebody had played that part of the game for 2 hours?
That person has problems. I'm gonna say it.
Indeed they do.
That's the biggest waste of time I've ever heard. Other than just, I didn't think there was a bigger waste of time than mixtape, but you know what? You found it. Oh god, let's see. Been playing some Ebb and Hold, which is a private World of Warcraft server that plays it more like a roguelite, which has been unique. Still waiting for the grand return of Turtle WoW, but we all know it's not going to happen. Let's see, what else? Thursday was my mixtape night, so Friday, Fortnite. Fucking, I kicked some ass on Fortnite last week. I started the night with a victory royale. I ended the night with a victory royale. Got some in between. Especially my favorite was when I was playing Blitz. It was kind of magical because I was sorry. So when I was playing Blitz mode, I had a couple of rough matches, but when I finally got to the top 3, I was like, all right, there's 2 more. There's 2 more. What's the deal? What's the haps? What's going on here? And I found my other 2 opponents just kind of shooting at each other. So I hid in the bush, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait a minute. I waited a minute. And then neither of them went down, so I was like, okay, I waited long enough. And took them both out in succession and won. It was fucking glorious.
You did what, though?
I went,
Sounds silly.
It was. What do your gun sound like?
They don't.
That's such bullshit. You've done gun noises on this podcast before.
I have not.
I'm just putting you on the spot, so now you don't want to do it. Let's get into some news. I figured we've got a lot of interesting stuff going on. I wanted to start with something a little light. The Tekken director, Katsuhiro Harada, finally takes a trip to Waffle House. But you'd think, why is this news? But hear me out. The IGN article takes care of that for us. If you're wondering why this is the news shaking the gaming industry today, you should know that fans have asked the fighting game developer to include a stage based on the 24/7 breakfast joint for years. It's something Harada's never exactly been opposed to. He had mentioned trademark and rights issues as a potential hang-up in 2024. But the idea has remained just out of reach regardless. Harada announced he would be leaving his Tekken home at Bandai Namco late last year and then went on to reveal his new company, VS Studio, just a few weeks ago. But it looks like the All-Star Special and a side of hash browns never left his mind. Yesterday, he let his X/Twitter followers know that he finally found the time to stop by Waffle House, and he even bought a menu. To quote the tweet itself, "I finally made it to Waffle House. The staff are always friendly, and when I asked if they would sell me a menu, they sold me one for $5. Next time, I'll be back at 3 a.m. for fight time. Hashtag Waffle House."
Hell yeah.
Now I want a waffle. The reference to...
You never go wrong with a fucking Waffle House experience.
No, you really can't. I've not really had a bad experience at a Waffle House. I used to be on a real kick where I didn't like it, and I think it might have just been that specific Waffle House. Because, man, my friend brought home Waffle House at 3 a.m. a few weeks ago, and my mouth is watering just thinking about it. Like, I've got some noodles, but man, do I want a waffle right now. The reference to a late-night brawl stems from memes that have consumed Waffle House for years. It's something he dug deeper into in 2024, a time when he knew distressingly little about what the restaurant meant to social media users online. Now it looks like you can call him an expert, and maybe even a fan. Katsuhiro's Harada's Waffle House saga has gone on for quite some time. Naturally, Tekken fans reacted to his breakfast update accordingly, such as the signed Waffle House coffee cup next to Tekken 8. There we go. More Waffle House memes. New fighter has okay, I guess. Oh, I love that meme. That gift. You
Can
see
I
that?
please get a waffle? Can I please just get a waffle?
I love you just getting his freaking face slammed into the grill. That was... But no, did you see this one? I'll play it again. This big dude throws a chair at this woman, and she just baps it out of the way like it's nothing. Check this out. Like, I want to marry that woman. She'll protect me. No, Waffle House employees are kind of built different, I'll admit. But unfortunately, Harada no longer has a sway to bring Waffle House to Tekken specifically, but the legendary fighting game series is still very much kicking. Just yesterday, it was announced that Bandai Namco would soon add Baki's Yujiro Hanma as a playable character in Tekken 8. Hear me out! Just because this dude's not with Bandai Namco anymore doesn't mean he can't make his own fighting game.
The Waffle House beatdown.
Exactly, the Waffle House beatdown. And hell, why stop at Waffle House? Put some Denny's in there. Like, just all the... Like, it can't be nice restaurants. They have to be, like, restaurants with a bad reputation. Actually, I wouldn't even call Waffle House's reputation bad. It's just notorious. Like... Like, oh, I'm tired of this. Let's go to Denny's.
I wouldn't even choose Denny's as a last resort.
Really? What's wrong with Denny's?
It's disgusting.
I like Denny's.
You would.
I don't know. What's your favorite? Is Waffle House your favorite breakfast establishment, or what is your favorite breakfast establishment?
It's either IHOP or Waffle House.
That makes sense. I used to like IHOP, and their pancakes are good, but they're just so sweet. I can never finish my full stack. But I do kind of want to look up a copycat IHOP pancake recipe, because I like, oh man. Why does breakfast food sound just so good right now?
Because you're snacky. You're eating noodles, which clearly are not filling.
What? Yeah.
Because I give it halfway through this podcast. I'm going to be hungry. I'm hungry. I want a snack.
I'm always snacky. I love snacking while I stream. The stream snacks. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I used to like, what's it called? Cracker Barrel, but their quality has really gone down in recent years since they've been making their changes. So I guess Waffle House wins it for me too, because... Or I guess Bob Evans used to be my favorite too, but Bob Evans doesn't really exist in this region or that I've seen.
Bob Evans is more of like a barbecue place, though. That's not breakfast.
I've never associated Bob Evans with barbecue. I've always associated it with like sausage gravy and biscuits and eggs and sausage.
Bob Evans barbecue?
I've never...
That's the only Bob Evans that exists.
No, it's just Bob Evans. I've never... What? It's not barbecue.
It's got a pig
Evans
on it with a fucking, like, butcher's apron.
What?
And a hat.
I'm looking at the Bob Evans logo. Okay, I guess it used to be a sausage shop, but like... See, this is the Bob Evans I know and love. This is a stock image, but you know. There we go. Bob Evans. So yeah, I always liked Bob Evans for breakfast. I've had dinner there, but it's always been a breakfast joint for me.
Okay, you're right. It's Bob Gibson's. Big Bob Gibson's barbecue.
Oh, okay. You're thinking of
That's the one with the pig on it.
Okay. I was going to say, like, that... The pig thing did not sound familiar to me, but I do know pigs are often used in barbecue joint logos, so... Because, gee, I wonder why.
They've got amazing food.
Yeah, I'll look it up later.
Let's see.
Now I'm just getting off track because we're talking about breakfast. Like,
you're talking about breakfast. I'm talking about barbecue in Decatur, Alabama.
That's an aggressively specific barbecue place.
Well, I used to live in Alabama.
I didn't know
My cousin worked in at this one on Highway 31.
Ah.
We'd always go in. I'd get a 5-gallon bucket of pickles and a thing of white sauce.
A 5-gallon bucket of pickles?
Yeah, we liked the pickles. And it wasn't like the spears either. It was a full fucking pickle.
That's amazing. I need to find a place like that around here. Pickles go through my house like absolute madness.
Farmer's market?
I haven't been to the farmer's market around here yet. I really haven't. Or maybe I have, but once. I don't remember. Again, I have a goldfish memory these days. It's quite frustrating. Anyways, let's...
Goldfish memory. Clownfish attention span. Overall will of a guppy, you know?
Overall will of a guppy is accurate. Like... Alright. Next up, we got Microsoft news. Microsoft is having to pay $250 million to settle a messy Activision Blizzard lawsuit. Let's see what's going on here. Shall we? Microsoft has agreed to settle a high-profile class action lawsuit initiated by Activision Blizzard shareholders for $250 million. The case has grown increasingly messy in recent years, reaching a point where it threatened to renew scrutiny of the misconduct allegations that had shadowed Activision Blizzard before its sale to Microsoft. The lawsuit was brought in 2022 by Swedish pension fund Sunda AP Fonden, which argued that Activision Blizzard acted too quickly in selling itself and deprived shareholders of a chance to secure a higher price than Microsoft's $95 per share offer. The plaintiffs accused former CEO Bobby Kotick of rushing the sale in a bid to protect his own position as the company faced growing scrutiny over alleged workplace misconduct. The case eventually became notable for both the challenging the Blockbuster merger and for bringing Activision Blizzard's workplace conduct controversies back into focus. Okay, hold my tongue for a minute. Let's see. Microsoft's new settlement would add 30 cents per share for eligible Activision Blizzard investors. After 4 years' worth of legal drama, the dispute now appears to be ending, according to a preliminary settlement notice filed in Delaware's Court of Chancery and made public in late May 2026. Under the proposal, Microsoft would pay $250 million, and no party would admit to wrongdoing of any sort, as is typical of such agreements. The settlement sum would translate to approximately 30 cents per share for former shareholders, anyone who owned the developer-publisher stock between Microsoft's announcement of the Activision Blizzard acquisition in January 22 and the deal's completion in October 23 would be eligible to receive the settlement payout if the presiding judge approves the settlement in its current form. In early 2026 court filing, Microsoft said it had entered into the stipulation to avoid the burden, cost, and distraction of further litigation, which is all language that is standard for this kind of settlement. The company also denied claims that Activision had engaged in systemic or widespread workplace misconduct, or that its board, including Kotick, acted improperly in addressing such issues. The denial echoes arguments Kotick and his legal team would have made in the years since AP7 first launched its litigation. In early 2026, Kotick even countersued AP7 over abuse of process, making the legal ordeal even messier. All those disputes are now expected to be resolved shortly. Oh, there's lots of lawsuits. Jesus Christ. In July 21, the state of California launched a workplace discrimination lawsuit against Activision Blizzard. Oh, this is the original lawsuit. AP7 originally tied part of its lawsuit to allegations outlined in the California Civil Rights Department's complaint. In the proposed settlement, however, the pension fund acknowledges that its earlier claims were based in part on allegations that were later described in its court-approved language as never having been substantiated by a court or an independent investigation. The California case was finalized in December 23, with Activision Blizzard settling for $54 million without admitting any wrongdoing. Microsoft originally announced its Activision Blizzard acquisition as a $68.7 billion deal, making it the largest acquisition not only in gaming, but also in the broader technology sector. After Activision Blizzard officially joined Microsoft in October 23, the company characterized the transaction as having a total purchase price of $75.4 billion. Based on that larger accounting figure, that $250 million settlement represents a 0.33% increase of the deal's overall cost. So it'd be 1/3 of a percent. Not even a full, 33%. 1/3 of 1%. So, I'm okay with this. I don't have many thoughts on this other than good. I don't tend to care about shareholders. I do like seeing big companies have to pay big settlements to people they screwed over. I'll admit that's why I brought it up, because I'm like, good.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft has been doing quite a bit. Not in the full scope of just fucking over their client base, but just overall not being quality,
Yeah, for sure.
Blizzard also not doing so, or Activision, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard not so much. Blizzard still has their wins with Overwatch and such like that. I mean, Activision is kind of tainted because of Call of Duty, the state of Call of Duty right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly didn't hear anything about this $250 million settlement, or even this lawsuit between the three.
Yeah. This is kind of news to me, so... Though, I think all this started going down, I think, right before we started GFAPing together. So I guess it makes sense it's kind of been in litigation for the past 3 years and finally hit its encroaching on its closing remarks. Though, $250 million seems to be the magic number for court settlements, because I'll go ahead and skip to this. In a wild turn, we did talk about this a few months back. It's coming to a close. In a wild turn for the Subnautica 2 lawsuit, a judge orders Krafton to restore fired Unknown Worlds CEO and give them 9 more months to earn a $250 million bonus. Again, the litigation is still ongoing, but this is a judge. A judge ordered this. This is going to happen, whether they like it or not. So, 9 months after Krafton gutted the leadership of Subnautica 2 Studios in Unknown Worlds, I'm going to pause that, leading to an acrimonious legal dispute, a judge has ordered that former CEO Ted Gill be reinstated and that control over the game's early access release schedule be returned to him. The judge also extended the $250 million earn-out period that was central to the dispute to at least September 15th of 2026. Krafton breached the EPA, the Equity Purchase Agreement, by terminating the key employees without valid cause and by improperly seizing operational control of Unknown Worlds, the ruling states. Edward Gill is hereby reinstated as CEO of Unknown Worlds, and his period of operational control under Section 2.7F of the EPA will be extended by the time that has elapsed between his wrongful termination and his restoration. The July 1st, 2025 board resolution is declared ineffective to the extent it infringes on Gill's operation control right. Hell yeah. Krafton is enjoined from circumventing Section 2.7 or impeding Gill's authority over the early access launch of Subnautica 2 and must immediately restore his access to the Steam platform. Finally, the base earn-out of testing period is equitably extended by 258 days to September 15, 2026, and Fortis, the law firm representing Unknown Worlds, retains its contractual right to further extend the testing period to March 15, 2027. So that really bit them in the ass. So if we all remember, these people were fired because they kept pushing the game back, or trying to, because they're trying to avoid paying out that $250 million bonus that would occur if, I think it was because a certain sales peak had to be reached by a certain time. But they literally tried to pull the rug out from under them, and thankfully Gill and Co said, no. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Interestingly, the judge also said that Unknown Worlds itself will suffer palpable harm if action isn't taken. If they don't go through with reinstating Gill and doing all that. Unknown Worlds is being run by a part-time CEO who manages another studio and has never played Subnautica before his appointment. Key staff members have quit, and the early access release of Subnautica 2 has been put in jeopardy. Lest there be any ambiguity, the judge declared very clearly that they found Krafton terminated the Unknown World studio head specifically to avoid paying out that $250 million bonus that would have been required of Subnautica to, achieve specific sales targets following its early access launch, essentially agreeing with the central point of argument of the former Unknown World's heads. When an employer faces a contractual payout it wishes to avoid, it is heavily incentivized to go rummaging through the employee's history to find any reason they can to announce that the termination was really for a cause. That is precisely what happened here. Frustrated by the key employee's refusal to forfeit operational control and facing a 9-figure liability, Krafton went searching for a pretext. This court of equity will not permit a party to use the after-acquired evidence doctrine to fabricate cause where the evidence shows the termination decision was made for different reasons. The doctrine prevents a wrongdoer from profiting from concealed misconduct. It does not grant an employer license to retroactively invent grounds for termination. The judge ruled that formally ordering the restoration of Gill's fellow Unknown Worlds chiefs, studio co-founder Max McGuire and Subnautica designer and director Charlie Cleveland, was not necessary to remedy the contractual breach because they had entrusted their authority to Gill, and with Gill returned to the CEO role, he has the discretion to bring them back or not as he sees fit. Other parts of the case are still ongoing, and it's clear whether or not Krafton will or even can appeal this ruling, but it's clearly a major loss for the company. While we respectfully disagree with today's ruling, we are evaluating our options as we determine our path forward, Krafton said in a statement provided to PC Gamer. Today's ruling does not resolve the former executive's claim for damages or earn-out related to Subnautica 2, with further litigation still pending. In the meantime, Krafton's immediate focus remains unchanged, delivering the best possible game to Subnautica's fans. Krafton also announced today that CEO Kim Chang-han has earned more than $8 billion won, or $5.4 million.
That's crazy. Think about all the stuff I could buy with that.
I know, right? I'd buy a house, pay off all my debt, take all my friends on vacation, move to Greece. You know, I could do all of that. That would be the dream right there. All I need is $1 million. I can do that with $1 million. Are you kidding me?
Just think about all the debt that I could be out of.
Exactly. And then you could pay, I don't know what kind of debt you're dealing with. You could pay off your debt, pay off your house.
With more debt?
And you still have a college fund for Ellie after paying off all your debt. You know what I mean? Fucking set.
I mean, we have family helping with the college fund.
Well, that's
They already started her before she was even 3 months old.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. No, I like to hear that. I really do. I'm just saying, in this theoretical situation where you have $5.4 million, you could literally give them money to send your kid to college. Does it make sense to do that? No, not at all. There's no logical reason to do that. But when you got money to burn, I don't know. I just think it's crazy. And he's a part-time CEO earning that much money. That drives me up a wall. But that didn't even mention there's another ruling. I don't know if it's legit because I did see it on Reddit, so again, grain of salt and all that. But part of the settlement potentially is to, what's it called? For every dollar that the, it basically has restitution for the unceremonious and uncalled for firings, they would have to pay them basically $3 and some odd change, just round it to $3 for every $1 that the game makes. That's a lot of money.
Just think. We could just start scamming people. And we can make so much money.
The GFAP scam? What's the GFAP scam? Sell it to me.
Get people to buy a subscription for the podcast.
Okay.
But instead, nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
You're just paying us $39 per subscription.
$39.
You get $40, I get $40. Yeah.
That's kind of a lot.
Or sorry, you get 20, I get 20, and then it just keeps going. Say we get the 700 people that, have already followed you on Twitch, right?
Okay. Do I have 700 followers? I didn't think I did. I mean, I'm almost there, 686. Again, Snapdragon, if you want to follow, make that 687. Would love that. And it's free.
That's quite a bit of money just between the 700 people,
Well, that's if all 700 people pay $40 a month for our podcast, which people won't even pay $40 a month for a fucking gym membership.
Fine. So they pay for the subscription. It is $19. Sorry, we'll go with $10. $9.99. I get the full $10, and you get nothing.
What the fuck? Why would I get nothing?
Because you can do other things to make money.
Okay, so the work I do on the podcast doesn't mean anything. What about our lovely editor who edits our podcast?
The editor does a lot more stuff than both you and I.
Yeah, so technically shouldn't he be getting a good chunk of the money?
What happened to Dana?
Dana, we haven't been having her do the podcasts. We've been having our buddy, good old Cat and Half Beard editing. Dana does more. She handles my gaming TikTok and cooking videos and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just saying. That's a lot of money. I want just a little. What's that song from Mamma Mia? Money, money, money. I'm just kidding. It's from it was used in Mamma Mia, but it's an ABBA song. Anyways, moving right along. I thought this was funny. Ukrainian drone operators are using GTA 5 to train. How many times have I personally bitched about how terrible it is to fly aircraft in Grand Theft Auto 5? The answer is a lot.
I haven't heard you any. So.
Oh, really? I thought I mentioned it a lot. I don't like flying the aircraft in GTA. And I'm sure it's a skill issue. I'm not going to put it on the game. It's purely a skill issue. But anytime I have to fly something in the game, I'm like, not this shit again. Just let me drive. Let me stay on the ground or just put me on a gun. But I just don't like it. It's not my favorite. But a Ukrainian drone training center is using a modified version of Grand Theft Auto 5 to help users train for shooting down Iranian drones. Jesus Christ. Alright, the GTA 5 mod utilizes a special modded multiplayer server for the game to train pilots in identifying and intercepting drones. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a landmark release for Rockstar Games and the gaming industry as a whole for many reasons. GTA 5 quickly became one of the best-selling games of all time worldwide, amassing more than $800 million in revenue within 24 hours of its release. GTA 5 was initially praised for the depth of its open world, its multiple protagonist-driven storylines, and its overall gameplay, receiving multiple awards following its release. The game's longevity has also been among its biggest claims to fame, remaining popular for more than 10 years and now being used for a unique military purpose. Video games as training tools is nothing new, but I do find it interesting that this specific game is being used for international military training. That's funny. Sorry. Ukrainian drone training center We True Gun has launched a uniquely modified version of GTA 5 aimed at training drone operators. The alternate version of GTA 5 is geared towards helping users learn how to accurately intercept drones, react to them, and lock onto targets while in motion. The simulator, built on the framework of GTA 5 Legacy and using the 5M multiplayer mod, includes new features for detecting aerial targets, pursuing targets, and of realistic simulations of direct FPV drone impact. The modded version of GTA 5 is not widely available, restricted to a training program for soldiers in the armed forces of Ukraine. While the GTA 5 themed training equipment is a unique addition to Ukraine's arsenal, We True Gun did offer some clarification about its use. Grand Theft Auto 5 mod is not being billed as a replacement for conventional training, instead being used as a less stressful means for pilots to keep their skills sharp. The training center clarified that active interceptor crews train with specialized military simulators, that GTA 5 is not used for the core training method for new recruits. Probably a good thing. We True Gun also confirmed that GTA 5 software is provided free of charge to Ukrainian soldiers. God damn it, that's amazing. Well, because on their off-time training, they can just play GTA 5. You know? Win-win. They get military training and leisure time.
I mean, think about, getting paid just to play video games.
Bro.
Crazy. What a life that would be, right?
That would be a life. I would like that life very much.
Don't you already have that life, Brittany? You get paid to play video games on a daily?
Yeah, a little bit. In a way. Let's see. GTA 5's military application is far from the first time video games have found their ways into real-world uses, as I just said. Military-based video games have been used frequently as a resource for real-world training by different organizations, including popular games like Arma 3 and World of Tanks. Video games have often been used for therapeutic purposes, especially with motion-based games like Wii Sports, Wii Fit, and Xbox's Kinect motion tracking systems. So, well, not just that. I've heard people, and this could be its own video. I just have to research it better. And I've seen, actually, who was it did a really, I think it was Papa Meat, actually.
Papa Meat.
Maybe it wasn't Papa Meat. No, that was a different video. But anyways, there have been games that were used not just as military training tools, but military recruitment tools. Like, I think, wasn't there a special release of Call of Duty that's supposed to get people to join the military? Or am I thinking of a different game?
Thinking of a different game. Call of Duty never did that.
Okay. So I think the U.S. Army actually did just commission and release their own video game that was supposed to be a recruitment tool.
I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell me?
Nope. I tend to not pay attention to, military installments like that.
Fair enough. Explains why you never enlisted, because a recruiter's like, how do you like to serve your country? And you just go, no.
No, I usually kind of respond with, I'm not dying for big oil. No.
That's
and then we just go on about our day.
Yeah. In bummer news, Destiny 2 is officially over. Live service content updates end in June as Bungie moves on to new projects. And players, from what Muffin has been telling me, are pissed. Before I, blab on any further, I want to know, Muffin, why are gamers so pissed about this?
Everybody's blaming Marathon.
Really?
So, a couple different stories that I saw was the people that were working on Destiny had at least 3 other large updates planned for Destiny 2 before, I guess the higher-ups decided they were no longer going to keep Destiny 2 active. Mm-hmm. So they had multiple stories, multiple, big DLCs and, stuff like that lined out in development and everything, and then, hey guys, surprise, we're ending Destiny 2. Yeah, so all of that content is shut off. But on June 9th, they're bringing back literally everything that everybody wanted. So Sparrow Racing League, which was in Destiny 1, people have been asking for that since Destiny 2 was released in 2014. So that's coming back. There's Pantheon, which is, I guess you get to choose what raid or what cycled event you want to play to get any and all loot that you want. Also coming back with multiple iterations of multiple missions and raids and such like that. Mm-hmm. Basically, they're, I can't remember what it's called. It's something Triumph. June 9th is going to be their last Triumph update, and everything is going to come back for the last live service update.
Makes sense. It's kind of what Turtle WoW did when they settled that lawsuit. They had all their updates, all their plans. They basically just had to push up.
Yeah.
Well, endgame content. It's out now. Have fun with it.
But from what I saw before we started, somebody said that Destiny 2 cheat tools are now going to be free. So, like, God mode, stuff like that.
Nice.
It's not going to be fun because now everybody's going to cheat.
Yeah,
Destiny 2 is fully a multiplayer game, and if there's no more, service updates or anything like that, everyone's just going to go buck wild with it.
Yeah, and that's always fun.
I found one already.
Well, when you take the challenge out, it's like what I was. Well, that's not totally. Never mind. It's not a good. I'm just gonna drop it, but it is just like what I was talking about with playing Duke Nukem on Wussy mode. Even that's better. Playing on a lower difficulty is better than just playing it with cheats on, where say you're playing Duke Nukem and when the pigs shoot you, you don't take damage and you can one-shot everything. It's not fun. And actually, to bring it back to what I dropped, I'm going to pick it back up again. It's why I was bitching so hard, and we'll continue to bitch at the atrocity of a mixtape, because it's not a game. It's barely interactive. Like, I used to, when I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, I'm like, well, at least it's interactive, but interactive is a strong word. It could have been a middling 5 out of 10 Netflix special. It didn't need to be advertised as a game. It should not be a contender for Game of the Year. It's not a game. Now, Destiny 2 is a game. It's a great game. But just releasing all the cheats and stuff, what's the point? Like, where's the challenge mode?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's just...
Yeah, really. No, you're right. It is what it is. So, yep. So, Bungie, the statement that Bungie wrote, and this was announced, it says today, but this was on May 21st, so it was later last week. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, the studio wrote in a shocking announcement, it has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. We're proud of Destiny 2, the places it took us, and the legacy it has created. Because of you all, our universe is vast, built on years of shared stories, adventures, and victories. From the Cosmodrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, we have forged lifelong memories and connections with you all. So it's this ending, according to the article, is supposed to signal a new beginning for Bungie, who will see it moving to incubating new games, the studio said. Bungie also committed to ensuring that Destiny 2, like the original Destiny before it, will remain playable, damn well better. To that end, the June 9th update will make some big changes to the game, a collection of love letters to players across all activity types within Destiny 2. Our goal is to ensure Destiny 2 can be a place you come back to and feel rewarded no matter what you play, while also having enough variety and activities to fit your mood for a given play session. Whether you're looking to play competitively, slay a god or two, just spend some time exploring the destinations, there will be something for you. It's a stunning ending for a game that had enough cachet to compel Sony to drop $3.6 billion just to acquire Bungie 4 short years ago. But the studio's Sony years have not gone smoothly. Destiny 2 has floundered as Bungie leadership poured money into dead-end incubations and burned through community goodwill that once seemed boundless. After years of mismanagement and botches, a full Destiny 2 turnaround was out of reach, but as put by PC Gamer's Tim Clark, a man who once ignored multiple tornado warnings so he could finish a raid, the fact that a game of this size and significance has effectively been abandoned and left to rot is an absolute disgrace. But not only that, but there's a recent update. Apparently, Bungie is reportedly planning layoffs and does not yet have a new project greenlit for the Destiny 2 development team. So, that's... Yes.
I knew when Sony bought fucking Bungie Studios, everything was going to go to shit.
Yeah.
Because this isn't the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's multiple people that have complained about it. Like, there's one guy that I keep sending you videos of where he's like, was the blonde-haired guy. He's like, oh, Nintendo's doing this, that, and the other?
Yeah, no, I've seen
what?
Those. They're good. I do watch those, and I send you some sometimes, too, when I see them first. Yeah. So, farewell Destiny 2 as of June 9th. Again, it'll still be playable, but no live service updates, which is a bummer for such an expansive universe and a popular game. That being said, there is an official Destiny 3 petition that's blowing up. Because people, I even scrolling through that last article, I saw some headlines that's like, farewell Destiny 2, long live Destiny 3? Like, is it coming?
That's not.
It's not, but people want it to. A guardian named Harley Casto has begun an official petition on change.org asking Sony to fund and greenlight Destiny 3, following a recent announcement regarding Destiny 2. In a short time, this petition has already racked up an impressive number of signatures in a relatively short time span. When Bungie first announced that Destiny 2 was winding down development and would receive its final service update on June 9th, many naturally assumed Destiny 3 would be next as Bungie continued to work on Marathon. That's what you're blaming the closure of Destiny 3 on. Or, I mean, Destiny 2. However, a Bloomberg report has since revealed that Destiny 3 is not in active development and Bungie is planning layoffs. It remains to be seen how accurate this is, but as members of the Destiny 2 community say farewell to it, they also want there to be a new beginning in Destiny 3. So, I mean, if y'all are into signing petitions, petition Sony to develop Destiny 3. Tell them, go, stop putting all your eggs into the Marathon basket, give us Destiny 3. As of the writing, the petition has only been live for 7 hours, but has already amassed over 24,000 signatures. As members of the community spread and share the petition, it seems likely it'll only continue to go up in number. Whether or not Bungie can or will acknowledge the petition, much less Sony for that matter, remains to be seen, but it's clear how many folks are attached to the Destiny IP. Destiny 2 may have wrapped up story arcs years in the making, but its universe is ripe for more exploration. So here's my thing. I know change.org has been on the internet for quite a long time. Has there ever actually been a situation where a change.org petition has sparked any real change?
I don't know. I don't have the stories.
I'll see if I can look
or the
it up.
information.
Because I haven't heard of any. Okay, so good. The petition for the arrest of George Zimmerman was successful. Animal welfare, South Korea, dog meat trade banned. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Sorry. The fact that Amazon doesn't do puffy plastic shipping pillows in North America anymore. Taco Bell reinstating its Mexican pizza. Okay. Wait, fans secured a sweet victory performance at the Super Bowl honoring Steven Hillenberg with over 1.2 million signatures, and Nipsey Hussle Square was established. Okay, so there have been some successful change.org petitions, so who knows? It's likely this one will just fall by the wayside, but if we're lucky, maybe it'll at least show Sony maybe they should start developing a new Destiny game.
Yeah. I would like a new Destiny game, but
yeah,
I've been playing Destiny since it was, first thought of, so...
Really, only time will tell.
Yeah.
And finally, just want to tag someone at the end. PS Plus reveals its first monthly games for June 2026 early, including an open world survival game. let's see what the games are. June! Oh, okay. Grounded, fully yoked edition. Sweet. I've been meaning to buy that. Now I don't have to, because I'll be able to get it in June on PlayStation. Yes. I'll see if it's cross-compatible so we can play it together, because I know, yeah.
What, Grounded?
Yeah. It's multiplayer. It's like Honey, We Shrunk the Kids, the game.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I've played it.
Is it good? Do you like it?
I played it.
So helpful. Muffin always here with the hot takes. There's also Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, which could be fun for us to play together. I know I've been kind of hesitant on the fighting games because I know you're just gonna kick my ass until Tuesday. But
you can 100% get some fighting games. We'll have some fun with it.
I have Dragon Ball FighterZ. No, is that what I have? No. What's one? Sparking Zero is the one I have. I don't think I have. No, I think I actually have FighterZ too. We played it together a couple of times. Got my ass kicked until Tuesday.
Why don't you get there's a free game. It's called Killer Instinct.
I've heard of that game. I've played that game. Maybe I should get that. We could play it.
Yeah, we can 100% play that.
Feel like, do you have it on Xbox or is it online?
I have it on Xbox.
Okay, then I can get it on Xbox too. Why do you look so smug already?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Muffin's got that smug. Yeah, we can play it. We can play it.
The highest combo that I've had was 257 hits in one.
That's a lot of hits.
So.
There's also Warhammer 40k Darktide. So the Grounded. Nickelodeon. Sorry, god damn it. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 and Warhammer 40k Darktide are the PS Plus free games for June 2026, which means subscribers are being treated to a popular open-world survival game, Super Smash Bros. Fighting game, and a co-op shooter for the month. I do like co-op shooters. Overall, it's a solid list of games. Grounded's an open-world survival game where players step into the role of kids shrunk to the size of an ant as they explore a dangerous backyard. Again, Honey, We Shrunk the Kids, the game. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is a platform fighter featuring several iconic kids show characters and expanded combat mechanics over the original. Warhammer 40k Darktide is a brutal co-op shooter where players battle hordes of enemies to reclaim the city of Tertium. Okay, PlayStation revealed Destiny 2 Legacy Edition, which includes the final shape, as the first PS Plus extra game for 2026. So, they're probably wanting people to, log on and play it, seeing as, they're closing it out.
Well,
soon.
The fact that Sony's, ending it, essentially. Because Sony's the one that's making the big calls.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, what if this was just the long-term goal, just to make it free? Because, the game was free to begin with, and then people started to pay for it.
Yeah, well, not just that, but all the DLC. So, isn't the Final Shape DLC, technically?
For what? The last DLC?
Yeah, the Final Shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're including the Final Shape, so they're giving you the game that's already free plus some DLC.
I just need them to bring back all the DLC, all of the content.
For real. Then Muffin might have a reason to, acquire a PlayStation 5.
No, I already own all the content on an Xbox. I don't need a gay station.
No gay station for Muffin.
I will not touch a PlayStation 5.
But why? I know why.
Because I don't have the need for one.
That's fair.
If I can't mod it, I'm not touching it. I've got a PlayStation 3, I've got a 4, I've got a 2. Just waiting for hardware to come back in stock so I can hard mod the PlayStation 2.
And it will be a lovely day when that happens. And that is going to wrap up this lovely episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Thank y'all so much for watching. And don't forget to check out the episodes when they go live on OFTV and YouTube. And you can find all those links here at Linktree/GFA Entertainment. And yeah, again, we also have a merch store. We got hoodies, we got stickers, we got jewelry. We've repped the GFAP pride. Maybe, give us some sales. That'd be kind of cool. And if you like seeing these streams live, I am the one who hosts them, and I also play with Muffin every Tuesday. It's our Co-op Tuesday stream at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all of those links and more, you know, probably find some cool stuff you like at vertrochelle.com and vertrochelle.card.co.
And then you can find all my stuff at linktree/muffinsincere. Pretty standard stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. All the good links, all the bad links, and every link in between.
And until next time, thank you so much again for watching and or listening. Keep fapping, folks.